you guys, my name is Darla Rodriguez and welcome to my channel. We are talking about very, very important things today. Have you ever wondered about lash extensions? Have you had them? Have you had a bad experience? Are you missing them because we're stuck here and no one can do them for you right now? Well, you need to stick around because I've got a very important person that knows how to answer some questions for us. So I've sent Kennedy a Zoom invite, waiting on her to just accept that, and we will chime in right now. While we're waiting, you can always hit that subscribe button because, I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, people. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. And she is here. Hey, Kennedy, how are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Thanks for coming on. I'm so excited to have some important questions answered and hopefully ease some doubt or some anxiety that people may have when it comes to lashes.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here and answer all those questions because there is a lot of doubt and anxiety when it does come to lash extensions. And even being a lash tech, I can say that even to this day, I get anxiety when people come in with stories and I'm just like, the name behind us is not what I want it to be. So I want to get all the questions asked on this video.
So before we get started, just a little bit about you. I knew you before your lash days, but go ahead and share just about what you do, what your single operator system. So you can kind of share about that and then we'll get into the questions.
Yeah, so, we met at Ulta, and so I was working at Ulta while going to esthetician school and still kind of unsure of everything that I wanted to do. I knew I loved makeup and I loved working at Ulta, so I kind of wanted to stay there. Luckily, they kind of threw me in with the Benefit Brow Bar and told me that I had to do it because I had my esthetician license. So that was a little nerve-wracking at first, and I was kind of just sliding my feet in there. First couple clients, awful, just because, nervous, waxing, everything. So I started with brows, did that for, I think I only worked there for a year and a half before I was like kind of ready to move on. I'm kind of ready to do my own thing. And so that's when I got my own brow studio and I started doing that. With all the success from that, luckily, all of my Ulta clients followed me to my own brow studio. So all of my clients really just started asking me, do you know anybody who does lashes? Do you know anything about lashes? Where do I go for lashes? And there's just so many questions all the time about lashes while I was focusing on doing brows. So kind of in the back of my head the whole time, I'm like, why don't I get into this lash business where I have the clientele, I have the sources I can go to get the information where I can become a, not leader, but an educator on lashes. And so I kind of took that and ran with it. And now I've been at my own studio for 3.5 years and I've been lashing for 2 years and brows, it's been almost 4.5 years. So now I'm at my own little studio and I'd say 70% of my clientele is now lash clients. So it's been amazing.
So for the people that watch me and my channel, I'm based in SoCal. So she's based in Oceanside,
California. Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay because I just want to share because if, after this you guys are ready to get some lashes, you can go see my girl Kennedy. Yes. Her studio name, and I kind of discussed this with her before. Sorry, I'm looking off so I can talk a little bit before.
You're good.
So I wanted to share because her name is Brows by Kennedy. So I kind of asked her, okay, so what's the business like? Because I actually, when I think of you, I think of lashes now. I don't really think of brows.
And that's so funny you say that because that's all of my clients now. And I feel like a lot of my clients that are my brow clients were my brow clients first, and now they're my lash clients, and they'll be like, oh, shoot, I forgot. My eyebrows are so bad. Throw me in for that. Because lashes are addicting. Lashes are, once you stop, you can't go back. And once you've had a great experience, you're really never going to stop because there's those people who, oh, I've had them. They tell all their friends it was awful, never do it. All of my eyelashes fell out. And I'm not saying they're wrong because that can definitely happen, but that's where you just really need to do your research on your lash tech and do your homework at home as well, because they're not something that I put on and you forget about. They're definitely something that you need to take care of as well. So that's also something where I think a lot of people are confused about because they think, oh, I have them, they're supposed to last forever. And that's not also true, So.
So you have put the perfect segue into our question and answer part of this whole thing.
Let's get it
So,
started.
yes, number one, because I am that person that you just described. Hello, I'm her. I had a bad experience. I didn't really do my research, although this was literally, I know I'm only 20, but it was like 10 years ago. So I didn't have a good experience. And for that reason, I've never gotten lashes again. So, number one, if you, Kennedy, were
Yes.
looking to get lashes and you weren't a lash tech, you're just basic ol' us,
Yes.
what are the three things that you would put at the top of your list when looking for a place that you feel like they're legit, they're going to do a good job, I'm not going to be scared, I'm putting my lashes in your hands?
That is a really good question, because I feel like this is the start of, once you start this video and start watching, once quarantine's over, we're all going to do this. One, I would always say, some people don't have social media, but let's say a majority of people have social media as number one social media, because you want to look at their page, you want to look at their environment on their page, you want to look at reviews on their page, you want to look at the number of clientele they have on their page. If they're posting the same person over and over again, they probably are there in beginner stage. You know, they're getting their profile started and everything, which is great. But sometimes you want to stay a little back from the people who have constantly the same pictures over and over again. You really want to do your research. I like to go in tagged photos too, because that's something that, like, you know, you can see non-edited photos of their clients tagging them or kind of things like that. But always social media. Check if they have a Yelp page, a Facebook page, an Instagram page. Type in their name on Google. If you type in my name on Google, you'll see it's going to come up for Brows and Lashes, my website. It's going to answer all your questions, and you're really just going to feel secure right off the bat, just reading all those questions and answers that you have. So yeah, social media, number one. I can go on forever about that. Number two, I would say location. There are a lot of lash techs that do it out of their home, which no bad vibes to them, but a lot of cleanliness is really important to me, because we're messing with your eyes. And so a lot of people don't realize, but if I'm using, actually grab the prop, hold on.
I love
If
it.
I'm using my tweezer, which you can't really see, on you, you want to make sure I disinfect this to the extreme before I put it on the next person's eye. You can look up so many pictures of lash lice. It's a real thing. And that's just from not cleanliness. So I always like to look at their studio, where they're doing everything, and really just their vibes. You know, there's so many lash artists you're going to see, and you're going to be like, yeah, she was great and everything, but did we vibe? When I went to her studio, did I feel comfortable? Did I feel clean? Did I feel like I was in a good environment? Because your eyes are closed the whole time. So you want to feel safe before you close your eyes. So that's definitely number two for me as well.
And with COVID-19, with COVID-19, I hate to be the bearer of that little word,
it's going to
but
be insane.
yeah. Okay, so number three, sorry.
And no, you're good. No, I agree with you. Number three is recommendations. I feel like at least 85% of my clientele is, oh, my mom comes to you. Oh, my friend comes to you. Oh, my sister comes to you. And they already feel comfortable when they come to me, because they've already heard stories. They've already seen pictures. They've already seen real life proof that I know what I'm doing and I'm educated. So really, recommendations is like another one. If you're just going on Google, find a random person, they don't have that many pictures, you haven't really heard of them, I'd say stay a little clear. Sometimes it could be okay, but sometimes those are where the horror stories get started. So definitely those things. I would say location, recommendation, and social media are my top three things.
Okay, perfect. Number two, are there different kinds of lashes, and how do you choose? Like, say I booked an appointment with you, are you going to do like a consultation, or are we're on and you're going to choose them for me?
So yeah, I have a lot of, and I would say everybody's a little bit different, but I can kind of categorize them as, my older clientele definitely is more nervous that I'm going to put a crazy set on them and they're going to walk out the door and hate their eyelashes. But that's the best thing about extensions, is they're so customizable. A lot of people see the same pictures online, social media, all that, of these big volume, crazy lashes, and they think, well, I don't want those, so I don't want lash extensions. But the good thing is there are three types of lash extensions. So we have classic, which is going to be super natural. It's where I take one individual fake lash and place it on one of your individual real lashes. So it's really just going to give you length and fullness. And it's just kind of, I always recommend that to first timing, because you can get a classic full set and work your way up. So I always recommend starting little and then going up from there, because if you start at the top and it's too dramatic for you, it's going to take us a while to bring it back down. So for classics, I always tell people, if it's your first time ever, just to feel comfortable, get the classic set, even though everybody always is like, okay, I'm ready for more after the next appointment. It just kind of gets you even more excited for that next step, which is the hybrid. So the hybrid's going to be volume fans, which are going to be, kind of hard to explain, but I make individual little fans with the eyelashes. So the single lashes, I can do 2D fans, I can do 3D fans, I can do 4D fans. I can really, with the volume, I can customize that. And so I add classics and volumes, and it's an intermix. So it's not going to be super dramatic, but it's also not going to be on the more natural side. It's going to be kind of right in the middle. So when you come in for an appointment, I sit you down. I ask you, what kind of makeup do you wear on a day-to-day schedule? Do you like dramatic? Show me pictures of you going out. I really try to like personalize every appointment to make them feel like each set is made for them, because they can be. So not all lashes have to be the same. And then also volume, which is going to be a third, is going to be your dramatic set, which again, you can make them less dramatic and more dramatic, but right now, definitely the style, and most girls my age, 23, most of my clients, I'd say 75% of my clients are going to be full volume, because they're like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it, which, like I said, there's always, don't ever feel like, oh, this is what lash extensions have to look like. I can customize them to whatever you're comfortable for. So that's my favorite thing about them.
Do eye shapes play a part?
A huge part. So say you have a hooded eye, I would never do a crazy volume on you, because it's going to make your eyes look like they're closed. And that's something where I learned like in my lash class, which I can always bring back to me. So I always stare at you. It's kind of awkward in the beginning. You're talking to me and I'm really just looking at your eyes to see the movement, the shape, the color. Sometimes people's color really plays into it too, because bright blue eyes, if I do a dark lash line, it's going to pop those eyes, you know? So I look kind of right into everything. There's a lot that goes into it on my end that sometimes people don't even see.
So I can honestly already tell you, I just learned so much more than after I got my lashes last time. Like, they didn't tell me any of that. They laid me down and just put them on.
Well, that's where I like to tell people too. Location is a huge thing. When people walk into my door, the second you walk into my door, I have to make you feel comfortable, because if not, it's going to be, anybody wants to feel comfortable. I've walked into I have a sleeve full of tattoos, and I walked into places and felt so uncomfortable where I'm like, this is about to be on me for the rest of my life. I'm going to walk right out, you know? And it's kind of the same thing with lashes. It's like, your eyes are very sensitive, and a lot of people are more sensitive than others. When your eyes are closed and they're being worked on with adhesive, you want to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. So that's why do your research.
I love it. Okay. So, and I'm sorry, I keep on saying I love it. I'm going to stop saying I love it. I say I love it all the time. I mean, I do love it.
It's okay. I love it. I love that you love it.
Okay. I love it. Everybody loves it. Can you wear mascara? What is the best kind, and how do you remove it? If you do wear mascara, that's another thing. Again, my experience when I went, because I'm me and I'm a junkie of things, beauty, I purchased everything that they suggested, even though I have great products at home that I absolutely love, that I didn't want to not use, but I did it because I thought, okay, I just paid to have these lashes on. I don't want to ruin them. But the products that I bought, I honestly hated them. I think I threw them away. I didn't even use them.
I love it. Yeah. And that's where, like you said, to your question, can you wear mascara? I tell people, listen, it's an investment. It's an investment that you're making. So why go ruin it with a $20 mascara? If you have the right lash artist, you won't even feel like you need mascara. Even when you need a fill, you won't feel like you need mascara. So I tell all my clients, no on the mascara, just because, one, I can tell. When you come in, I can tell if you wore mascara, no matter if you've taken it off or not. And that just goes to show that even if you're using an oil-proof mascara, which is what a lot of lash companies will sell to their clients, because it's an easy add-on. And I'm going to be honest, I'm such an honest person when it comes to that even an oil-proof mascara, just stay away. You don't need the mascara. If your lashes are enough, you won't feel like it. And if you feel like they aren't enough, ask me for a little bit more, so that you don't even throw away your mascara. That's what lashes are made for. They're
Okay.
made to be able to throw away your mascara. And the remover, though, I would say, if you do choose to wear mascara and an oil-free one, micellar water is what you want to use. You want to stay
Oh,
away from all oil products. So the micellar water is super nice. It's a remover. You can just use it. And I say with your finger. You don't want to use a cotton pad because the cotton pad's going to get stuck in the lashes. So avoid all the mascara products you can.
perfect answer. Okay. So I'm going to jump to how long after you get your initial set
Mhm.
till your fill?
So everybody's a little bit different and it varies. And that's kind of the hard thing about lashes, because you'll have one client that'll say, oh, it's been 3.5 weeks and only one has fallen out. And then you'll have another client that's been like, it's a week and a half and they still look, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's a little bit different. On your very first appointment, no matter what, I make you come back 2 weeks. Because
Okay.
2 to 3 weeks is the range. So if it's your very first time ever getting lashes, I want to see you right at that 2 weeks, just so I can see how you are doing. Everybody's eyes are different. People have oily eyelids. People wear mascara, you know, so your
Mm-hmm.
longevity of them is up to you.
Okay.
Really 2 to 3 weeks. So anything after 3 weeks, I do consider a full set, because your lashes naturally are growing and they can get tangled, and it can take me way longer than just an hour fill to get them back to normal if they're after 3 weeks. So 2 to 3 weeks.
So on that note, just quick, the eye cream and lash serum. One, I wear eye cream because I just do. I love it.
Yes.
And two, lash serum, does it help your natural lashes to stay strong, or do you have a recommendation for that?
Yeah, so actually I've had a lot of clients come in already, and like I said, I do a small consultation right before we do the full set, but I definitely look at your lashes and how they're doing before I even think about the extensions, because I do have a lot of people coming in with borderline, I don't want to say bad lashes, but their lashes need help. So I do
Okay.
sell, and this is something that I do sell. I don't sell anything in my studio. I don't sell makeup remover. I don't sell mascara. I don't sell those add-ons because I don't believe in it. The one thing that I do sell, which I have always with me in my little vanity, is Grande Lash.
I have it. I have it
Yes,
in my cabinet right now.
this is insane. And it's so funny. I mean, you can't really tell on here, but I get asked almost every day if I have lash extensions, because obviously I do them. And the answer for me is no, because I don't trust anybody. I haven't found anybody that I'm like, I trust you enough, you know? So
Yeah.
if you come in and your lashes don't look like they're going to hold extensions very well, I do start you off with the lash serum just for your help. If you want your lashes to last longer, there needs to be something for them to grab onto. So yes to lash serums, but beforehand. I don't like to have people using lash serums during lashes, because
Okay.
it will make your lashes grow so fast that your extensions don't get the longevity that they would if you didn't have a lash serum. So if you want them to last 2 to 3 weeks, using a serum is just going to push that process to make it only like a week before they're growing and growing out, you know? So
Makes
lash
sense.
serum beforehand, and after, yes. During, no. With the eye creams, though, you're totally okay with eye creams. When I say stay away from oils, that doesn't mean if you put an oil, they're going to pop off. I just say minimalize as much oils as you can. So with the eye creams, just stay under the eye. You can even bring it up, you know, for the crow's, what is it? Crow's feet.
Yes, yes, I got them.
Yeah, my mom's always like, I gotta get my crow's feet. So I always say, just bring it along here, and really you're not getting your lash extensions. I mean, you can bring it up on the eyelid a little bit, but don't get it close to the lash line.
Yeah.
When you're sleeping, you don't want it to seep on there and soak into the lashes. But
Yeah.
like I said, if you wear eye cream, it's not gonna pop them off. I just say minimalize as much oils as possible.
And that's a good little tip for people that are wearing eye cream. You keep it on the orbital bone anyway, so I'm good. I just wanted
Exactly.
to ask. I wasn't sure if that was an issue or that
No,
if you
that's
had seen
good.
that. So we are to our final question,
So
the
fast.
investment part, because this is an investment, just like nails. You know, we've talked about it. Things
Mhm.
that we do, our hair, you know, all of the things we do. So cost. You can first. I want you to say, like, tell us, what do you think the average? I don't know, even know if you know this. The average cost, because this obviously just isn't in California. It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
What would be the average cost for a full set, and then what is the going rate here in California?
Yeah, so all full sets are different prices too, as well. I forgot to mention that earlier. So when you start with classic, it's obviously going to be your cheapest because it's the most natural. And then when I have to go ahead and make the fans, it takes me a little bit longer and costs me a little bit more. So it's going to be more pricey to get that volume set. So if you are ever confused as to what set you want to do, price also, I know that's a factor for some people. I will say it is a little bit on the pricier side because, like you said, it's an investment. When you go to get your hair done, it's an investment. You don't bleach your hair and then go home and use Tresemme on it. You know,
Right.
you really want to take care of your hair just on your lashes, just on your head. So the average cost, I would say, for just take all three of them and put them in and average it out, I would say about $180 for a full set. And it kind of depends on, this is crazy, but it kind of depends on where you live for price wise. So, you know, we're here in Oceanside, and before I opened, I did all of my research on all the lash artists around me because I didn't want to be too overpriced, but I didn't want to be underpriced. And I definitely still want to make a profit. So when I kind of looked around, I kind of stayed $1 or $2 under what everybody's prices were. So like I said, around here, a volume full set is about $180. I do it for $170. So like I said, I kind of always stick with what people are, but I also don't want to break people's bank because I'm also a consumer that consumes, and I don't want to pay, you know, an arm and a leg for something that. But like I said, with the full sets of 180, it seems pricey. But then once you get the fills, it goes down. So you get your full initial set for 180, and then you come back every 2 to 3 weeks. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. So I do have a lot of people that would be like, oh, I'll wait 3 weeks because I'll get longer out of it. The more you have missing and the longer it takes me, the more it costs. So I tell everybody 2 weeks on the dot, make sure they look good. We all know those girls that have one hanging off at 3 weeks, and you're like, what? Why do you even have those on?
Yeah.
So fills are about half of what the full set is. So if I did a full set for 180, your fill's going to be 80. But if you come in with one hanging off and say, I don't know what happened, and it takes me 2 hours, I got to charge you for a full set. And that's why I tell people, invest in yourself and what you're investing your money in. Because if you do what I tell you and you listen, your lashes are going to last you. They're going to look good at 3 weeks. You're not going to need mascara. And every time you come in, you're going to feel like you're getting your money's worth because you're not spending money on mascara. All of my clients don't even wear makeup anymore because they're like, I got my lashes. Nobody's looking at anything else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of saving money in the makeup world because we all know $50 foundations. I'm always buying foundation. And it's crazy because a lot of my clients are like, once I got my lashes, I don't even look at my skin anymore, which I tell them, still worry about your skincare, but the foundation, put on an SPF, and I'm so glad that you feel confident enough. And that's, I think, what I love about lashes so much is for the price, it makes you feel so confident. So, but like I said, it kind of depends on where you live as well. I mean, if you go down the street to La Jolla, I've looked at places that charge $250 for a full set. And sometimes I will say price does matter. If you look for the lowest price, I've had girls come in, oh, I've gotten a $60 full set. It was awful. Well, I have to invest in my product. So I can't charge $60 for you to get your lashes done because I'm not going to make anything off of that. So you definitely want to stay 150 to 200 is where you want to stay in your limit. Anything over 200, they're just trying to get your money.
And I agree. It's the old saying, you pay what you get for it. No, you pay what you get. You get what you pay. You get what you pay. I'm left-handed, everybody. I'm left-handed. My mind works differently. You get what you pay for. And it's so true. I mean, that is in cosmetics. That's in skincare. I truly believe that. It is in everything. And, you know, you want to feel comfortable. I know that you are fabulous because I have seen your work. And that's why I wanted to have you on. So I think that you're doing a great job. If you guys are here and you're local, you need to go see Kennedy because she's amazing. And also, I don't know, but yeah, I hope you answered like some questions for people. I hope we had the right questions there because I know just for myself, you know, people just, what you don't know, you don't know. And that was my problem when I first went. I asked no questions. I went in. I don't even remember the girl. I don't remember having a conversation. Nothing. Laid down, let her do her thing. Okay, did my lashes fall out or anything? No, it wasn't drama like that, but it just wasn't an experience that I wanted to. It didn't make me invest. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure it wasn't cheap. So you paid all that money for we were like, I can't even think about when that was because I don't remember anything from it. And that's where I feel like I focus the most on in my business, because it's a lot of money that people are spending, and I make my own hard money. So I know what it's like to put $200 down for something that's going to fall off in 2 weeks. And so that's something that the second you walk in the door, I just want to make everybody feel comfortable. And now that, when I will be reopening my doors, it will be after this whole COVID-19 thing. So it's definitely going to be a lot different. I mean, I know I'm going to have to wear a mask. You're going to have to wear a mask, which I'm such a talker. All of my lash appointments, all of my clients come, and I can tell you, which I wouldn't, I never tell my clients drama, but I just hear all the stories. So I'm excited to see how this is all going to play out, wearing the mask and all my clients talking, but we're going to make it work. Also, too, I just feel like when we come back, everybody's going to feel more cleanly. So I'm kind of excited about that, because that's where I know a lot of lash techs you don't see what we're doing behind bars. So I could never clean my tweezers and you would have no idea. And then all of a sudden you can have a sty in your eye and be like, where'd that come from? And I don't know, it didn't happen for me. So like I said, cleanliness, back to the top of do your research to who you're seeing, because your eyes are important and you can go blind from it. I never want to say that, but if you have the wrong person, there can be some mishaps. So if you're doing your research and find your right lash tech and you're doing your homework at home, you're going to have an amazing experience. And I almost tell people, don't do it unless you're ready, because it is an addiction. You will be addicted, and you will love how you look.
Well, on that note, because it was so positive, we turned COVID-19 into a positive. Very, very nice job. I'm going to end it there. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Yes. And we will make sure.
Comment below so we can do a part 2.
That would be amazing. Yes. I would love to do a part 2, because I need to try this again, because I have a ton of friends literally are addicted, just like you said. So
we should even do a part 2 video where you come in so everybody can kind of see how things are working, because I feel like that's a lot of people are afraid, and I understand. So I'm just here to make people feel comfortable and answer any questions that anybody has.
That's awesome. Okay, thanks, Kennedy.
Perfect.
Thanks you guys for watching. See you.